just want to take this time and opportunity to thank him, to thank the prophet to prophets, to thank the one who actually is the biological microphone of God himself, the oracle. We thank you, sir, for making it possible to bring in good news to this country, Tanzania, and here based, we can see it around. Yeah, we just want to show you what is happening. The exuberance, the excitement, everything that is happening around here. So we want to say thank you, sir, for really granting us this opportunity, and we want to thank the president of the Good News World that is already here also in this city, Dar es Salaam, no other than Prophetess Madam Uebert Angel. We thank you for also making it possible to be in this place. And I know a lot of good things are already in store. And we want to give you a feed of what is happening here on site. I have with me also on my right, that is Director Bevin, the Director for Media for the Good News World. He's here with us. So, Director, can you just say something?
Thank you so much, my executive. It's such a, it's such a wonder. I used to look at the Bible and wonder how it was in the days of, when Jesus walked on this world, in this world.
That's right.
And wonder how it must have been like for the people that were around. But what a time to be alive in this very, very day. We're in the days of Major, a prophet of caliber that is unheard of, is superhuman. It's such a brilliant opportunity that we have, and to be part of a significant, a momentous event like this.
That's right.
I mean, as the Bible says, the arrival of a prophet signals a new season. And it's so exciting. And being here in Tanzania, you see, he mentioned something the other day that Tanzania is, where mankind started.
Exactly.
And the original name was Tanganyika. And I was looking at it like the word Tanganyika, when the word Tanga in Shona is the beginning.
Yes.
And Nyika is world.
Whoa.
So the beginning of come on.
Exactly.
So
what you are saying, that's factual, because the oldest human skull was actually found in this country. They saw it and discovered it in
the cradle of mankind.
So the cradle actually of mankind. So that's factual.
Absolutely. So when we then have events like this, happening in a place like this, it really shows that God is up to something with this nation, not just with this nation, but with this continent. So the time is ripe. This is when the Kairos time is the Chronos time, and this Horaho moment. So it is so I'm so privileged, I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so grateful. And we're here with Pastor Tony also. It's such an honor. It's such an honor, man of God. And having preparing all this. I mean, look behind us. You're seeing all the stage. Everything is all set. Everything is all set. We're just putting the final touches. Everything is coming together. Just so that you don't have to do anything. The only thing that you have to do is just to show up and collect your collections. It is going to be happening here from tomorrow.
It's going to be really great, Director. Thank you. You know what you have said, highlighting the arrangement and every preparation that have gone into this thing, the resources that are being deployed into making sure that Good News Tanzania is here.
Is done in an excellent manner.
Absolutely.
It's so really mind-boggling to understand that the prophet of God to this last dispensation has chosen, because he gave the theme of this year as heaven on earth. And Dar es Salaam is the heaven of peace. So you can see the collision of peace, the heaven of peace, of the heaven coming on earth.
Right here.
The origin of mankind, when the scholars of him when the prophet of this last dispensation had decided before time that this is time.
This is the time.
This is the time.
It is happening.
And you are here and getting the feed. I want to know what is happening.
Before he says, I just want to say, habari njema kwako.
You're getting it. You're getting it, my brother. You're getting it. Habari njema kwako.
Habari njema kwako.
Yeah, so when you say Good News Tanzania in Swahili, we say habari njema Tanzania. Now you know the deepest meaning of that? Habari njema, or you say good news, it's like somebody who had some things that are bad happening in their life. So when we bring in good news, means we are coming with the news that will change your life. So when we say Good News Tanzania, meaning it's not, it's not just a theme.
No.
It's not just a conference. It's the message. It's the prophetic word for the nation. When I was in Dubai with Papa, he was he actually prophesied to me.
That's it.
Like 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. He was prophesying to me. He just looked at me and said, Pastor Tony, there is something I see.
Come on.
And then he called me in front. He said, you see this man here? He's coming from Tanzania.
That's right.
Let me say something about Tanzania. And then he said,
Bring it on.
he never prophesied about me first. He started prophesying about my country.
Wow.
You see, it was live all over the world, and people saw it.
Remember,
That's
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he started saying, Tanzania is like a sleeping giant. Now you need to know something there.
That's right.
That message never got out of my heart. Number one, he said it is a giant. There are two words there. It's a giant. So it's a sleeping giant, not a dead.
Not a dead
No,
one.
sleeping
life in
giant. So when the giant is sleeping, it's not
It's not a dead
come
giant.
on.
Come on.
When a lion is sleeping,
Aye,
it's
don't
not
play
a sleeping.
around.
So because I'm trying to say this because some other people got kind of got it in a negative way, like it's a sleeping giant. No. What it was trying to mean there is like
What's in there?
there are potentials in the country.
That's right.
The country is giant,
Yes.
but it's just that the people are sleeping. And I remember when he came here on Sunday, he was ministering Sunday on our church, and he just said, "We came now, and we didn't come to try."
I know.
One thing you should know: I see a generation rising.
That's it.
This-
That's it.
When he said Tanzania is a sleeping giant, I took that prophecy personal.
Personally. That's
Then I said to myself, what will I do in my nation?
That's right.
You see, there are those who does things in politics in our nation. There are those who are doing things in business.
That's right.
But we are those who are called now.
Come on. Come
This is
on.
our
Come
place
on, the
now.
old
That's
ones.
right.
The called ones, people in the ministry.
That's
We
right.
also
That's
have a contribution in the nation.
Come on, that's
As
right.
others are doing it politically,
That's right.
others are doing it in a business manner, economically,
That's right.
in every sphere.
That's right.
There are those from church now,
on.
those who are coming from Zion.
That's right.
They
Come
also
on,
have
come on,
contribution
That's right.
in the nation
That's right.
from Zion.
That's right.
You see what the Bible says?
Yeah.
I will send help from Zion. God will send help from Zion.
That's right.
So help is not like God is going to send aid or things like USAID or something. When God is sending help, He's actually sending a person.
That's right.
And a
on.
person that God has sent, He has sent us here.
Come on.
And when God sent us here, we receive the prophecy.
That's right.
I received the prophecy
right.
on behalf of my nation
right.
that Tanzania is a sleeping giant. So
right.
if Tanzania is a sleeping giant, then it means that we have potentials in our nation, but the potential that we have in our nation is like nobody's there to put them up.
That's right.
Nobody's there to make things happening.
That's right.
So when the prophecy went out,
Yes.
then I said, okay, if the man of God gave me prophecy, then this man
Yes.
saw something that nobody else saw. Okay,
That's right.
they might have seen, but to be seen with a major prophet
Aye.
from that angle,
Come
then
on.
God is trying to communicate something.
You see, a lot of things
Yes, sir.
you have really condensed into that short space,
That's
you know.
right.
But when you spoke about other prophets, you know, but one thing we have to know when it comes to the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert Angel,
Yeah,
he wrote the syllabus of
Yeah, yeah,
prophecy.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You understand? So he is the one, the
Exactly.
emeritus. In other words,
Exactly.
he was the one who was putting it together for prophecy. Actually, when we say modern day prophetic,
Oh, yeah.
it comes from
Oh, yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, it's very significant at this time for us to be in this nation because Tanzania have a lot of highs and lows.
Exactly.
You know, the highest point in Africa, you know, is found on Mount Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro, yeah.
That is the highest point.
Highest point.
Over 19,300 feet high
above
above
yeah.
sea level.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you come to the lowest point, that is
It is also found
in
in
Tanzania.
Oh, no.
That is
That's
below,
something new. I didn't even
below
know this.
You didn't know
1,000
that?
plus.
Man, you should know that.
Below 1,000 plus sea level.
Wow.
So you
The
can see
lowest point.
what
Wow.
Tanzania
In Africa.
It
needs.
covers everything.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
covers
So the
everything.
highest point
It's also here.
Yeah,
so what Tanzania needs actually is to really bring the highest and the lowest to a stabilizing moment. And that can only be done by the pull of the prophetic, the pull of the prophet. When begin to really take you to another dimension and shift this country. You know, when he was declaring things, you know, during the service on Sunday, he said, when you see me moving around, you might look in the physical, but actually I'm attacking and really going against a beast. You know, beast. I'm fighting. You know, so that's why we say he's our commander in chief. You know, the general on the battlefront.
I like what you said about what the prophet said about this nation. That it's a sleeping giant.
Yes.
And then when you have a pivotal moment like this. Over the next 3 days.
I was going there. Yeah. I was going there, my brother. And I really want to explain that.
All right, bring it on.
That's what brought about all the things.
That's right.
That's actually birthed this conference.
Wow.
That one prophecy.
That prophecy.
Is actually birthed. Then I started asking the man of God, sir, please, if you saw this, there is no way you don't have solution.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's right.
That's
That's
true.
right.
If you say this is a sleeping giant, sir, if at all you had a little information, go and ask Dan. Go and ask again.
What he always says, that God reveals in order to redeem.
Exactly.
Right.
So when you say that, that this is a sleeping giant, and then you spoke with him, and this conference was birthed. Now we're on the eve of an awesome and amazing 3
Good
days.
news, Tanzania.
Good
news, Tanzania.
That's why we call it Good News Tanzania. Why? Because we heard the news. It is a sleeping giant.
That's right.
Now this time, it's a solution, because I know the word says, by the prophet, Israel was brought out of
delivered.
Egypt.
Yes.
And by the hand of prophet, it was delivered.
Yes.
Now I'm smart enough, brother. I'm not just preaching the gospel. I'm smart enough to know if the prophet says this is a sleeping giant, then the prophet has an answer also.
To it.
That's right.
If he heard from God that this is a sleeping giant,
And we know he
then
did.
I would ask him that, sir, please go and ask him again.
Yes.
Solutions. Then when he's told me, son, I'm coming.
That's
then I
right.
said, boom,
That's
it is
it.
done.
That's it.
It is good news.
So it goes without thinking, without saying, that over the next 3 days, if you know, and if you desire,
Yes.
that the giant in you be awakened.
Exactly.
Over the
If
next
there
3
is
days,
anything sleeping in your life,
That's it.
this is
time
the
to
awakening.
arise.
This is the venue.
This is the awakening
This
moment.
is
it's
the
an
venue.
awakening moment.
You know,
It's the morning of Tanzania.
I'm telling you.
The good news.
Someone that
happening
just
here.
bumped into this broadcast, this live broadcast, we want to speak to you. This is live broadcast on the eve of Good News Tanzania. And, you know, I look at it being so prophetic because it begins on the 30th of June, which is the last day of the month. And then it rolls into July, which is also the beginning of July,
And
you know,
the
from the first to
7th
second.
and the
And for
7th
3
month.
days, you know, the 3 days, we know what 3 represents.
Come
So you can
on.
understand the whole, you know, the whole
Everything is
setup.
prophetic.
You
You know,
know, like, you know,
it reminds me of the scripture that says,
Yes.
the lines are falling for me in
In
pleasant
pleasant
places.
places.
So
We have a goodly
heritage.
It's so much full of prophetic, a kind of impartation that is happening in this nation. And sometimes when you move with the men of God, the assistant Prophet Uebert Angel, so many things he sees in the realm of the spirit.
right.
And when he decides that this time around, you know, Good News Tanzania will be happening, no matter what. It means that there's a really, you know, a time and a season that have been
right.
breathed for, something new that have been breathed for this nation. So when you are watching, we will take you around a little bit so that you see the setup, things that are already been prepared. Because I know people are coming from all over the world. We don't want to talk about neighboring countries alone, but we talk about all over the world.
Actually,
You know, it's very
we
significant.
just received the calls and texts that
Yes.
there are people at the airport right now
Yes.
flocking in.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Everybody is coming from all over the world.
but-
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
go ahead, sir.
that's the right thing to do at this time, because I can't think of any other place that you will be and really get into the ecosystem of the prophetic, rather than being under the very man of God who is the prophet to this last dispensation. The avenue, actually, I can say the portal, you know,
Come on.
between divinity, you know, and humanity, who can open the channel of the prophetic and begin
These
to pull
grounds.
out a blessing so
Come
much so.
on,
Because he
these
said, I
grounds.
receive a commandment to
Come
bless.
on.
And then when I bless, no one can curse because God is in it all
That's
together.
right.
So wherever you are, not that what you will be seeing.
Listen.
It's just a glimpse of actually what will be happening, but the
Here.
setup is already there.
That's
you know,
right.
that Director Bevan, I believe
absolutely. You know, there are some things, if Paul could write to the churches and say, I wish to come to you,
Yes.
that I may impart
But with the
some
spiritual
spiritual
gift.
substance, some
Yes.
spiritual gift. Listen, you need to come. The prophet is here. He's ready with spiritual substance for you.
That's
You
right.
need to be in this location. Look around. Look around. If you turn the
Let-
camera
let-
this way,
let them move
look around.
around,
Look
move
around.
around, show
Look
them
at all
around.
these chairs. Everything is set for you. All you need to do is to make sure you are here tomorrow. If you're coming at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
local time, you will be late.
If
You will
really
be
come on 4
you
p.m.,
you will be sitting at make sure you are here bright and early. Be here, secure your spot, secure your
Actually,
position.
people already have started securing.
People
their
have already,
spots.
yeah, people have already, are
Some
already
people are
arriving. If you
actually
look,
here.
some
Yeah,
people are
you
here
see.
already. Some
Yeah.
people are already there in the car park because we've had to move some people
Yeah.
just as we're still arranging the chairs here. But
right.
listen, the table is laid out for you.
That's right. That's right.
Everything
that's right.
is prepared. There is no reason to wait, to delay. Make sure if you're still thinking about it, if you're still undecided, listen, just be here. You've got everything else to gain and nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Come and try this God of Prophet Uebert Angel.
Surely,
and
surely.
You will never regret it.
You know, for the prophet, when he uses the word try, he said, I'm not here to try.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here to do. So, I mean, I want to speak to Pastor Tony Osborne.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, given the fact that you being a son of the prophet, and wherever the prophet goes, you see things happening.
Yes, sir.
This event, this conference, Good News Tanzania, what are some of the expectations tomorrow as it begins on the 30th of June, 2023, in this year of heaven and earth?
that's
What
right.
are some of the expectations tomorrow?
You see, the expectations are so high. There is something I want to tell you.
That's right.
One thing I know, in Luke chapter number 19,
That's right.
when Jesus got in, and this one I will explain well tomorrow to the people.
That's right.
And I want to tell the people who are watching me right now.
That's right.
When Jesus got into Jerusalem for the first time,
That's right.
he cried. He never cried because Jerusalem didn't have money. He never cried because Jerusalem didn't have people.
That's right.
He never cried because Jerusalem, it was a desert place. He cried for only one reason. Because Jerusalem didn't know their time of visitation. The greatest
Powerful,
tragedy,
powerful, powerful.
the greatest tragedy in life is not to lack money. The greatest tragedy in life
Come on.
is not to be barren. No. The greatest tragedy in life,
Tell us.
the greatest tragedy in life
Yes.
Come on.
is to never realize your time of visitation. Imagine
on.
Abraham
So profound.
seeing three men coming to him, and he says, these are just men, and so man, I'm not in the mood to receive any
anybody.
visitor.
Yes.
Imagine those people carried the message,
That's right. That's right.
carried the answer of the barrenness of many years.
Right.
Imagine Lot receiving men in his house.
Come on.
The people who had the escape plan
That's right.
from the fire.
Come on.
Now imagine you are saying, I'm not in the mood to go. The greatest tragedy, my brother, is not to realize
That's right. That's
your
right.
time
Your time
That's it.
of
That's
visitation.
it.
Come on.
And
Powerful.
Come on.
people
Powerful.
are suffering not because they don't have money. People are suffering not because they don't have people. People are suffering. You see, you remember the man beside the pool?
That's right.
He said, I don't have a person.
Somebody.
Yes.
Take
I
it.
don't have a person. No. You didn't know how to get hold of the Kairos moment.
Come
That's
on.
right. That's right.
Come on. Come on.
So profound. So profound. You know, when the prophet moves,
Yes, sir.
when he speaks, he said, the things I speak, they are not just mere words.
words.
These
yeah.
are objects.
That's
So
right.
that's one of the things, that we know when the prophet of God ready to speak. Atmosphere will change.
yeah.
The
Absolutely.
environment will be shifted. So we
Absolutely.
understand that the prophet of God, when he speaks, the prophetic that he releases is the word that goes out.
yeah.
And we know in Luke Acts 19:20, he said, so mightily through the word,
Come
and
on.
they prevail.
Come
So when the
on.
prophetic
Come
is
on.
released, the declaration
Come
when it's
on.
released,
That
it will
word.
begin to expand.
That's
You know,
right.
it begin to expand in your
That's
bones,
right.
and it begin to take hold this
yeah.
territory. When the
yeah.
commander in
Come
chief,
on.
you know, the one that is sent by God, will
yeah.
begin to patrol this nation. You know,
yeah.
we will be having the conference here, but he said he's carrying alone.
Come
yeah.
on.
You know, why he's here? You know, you see this nice stage, the prophet of God to this last dispensation, prophet, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert Angel. He will be on this pulpit, but at the same time, you know, he said, I'm carrying alone. So
Come
when
on.
we think that he's
Territorial
ministering from this place,
Come
that's
on.
a territorial commander.
on.
He will begin to patrol
Come
the
on.
entire corners of, you know, Tanganyika to make sure that things begin to fall in
Come on.
You
place.
remember on Sunday?
I remember that.
He was actually prophesying about villages,
Yes.
streets.
Yes.
And I was saying like,
Spiritual navigator.
I was telling him like, that story. I was trying to joke with him.
That's
That story.
right.
Have you ever been here, sir? He said, no place. Imagine streets with its name.
That's right.
That are
in the local language.
In the local language. Imagine. Local streets.
That's right.
Villages.
Listen.
I'm telling you, that's another level of grace.
These 3 days, these next 3 days,
It's a awakening
make sure
moment.
you are here. Make sure you are part and parcel of history.
That's right.
This is a
That's right.
historic event.
That's
It's
it.
a historic moment for
That's
this
it. That's it.
nation. But more so, it's a turning around. It's a turning point
Everybody.
That's
for
it.
your life. You be here, be part of these 3 days. Be here for the whole 3 days. Don't say, I'll come on Sunday. No, I'll come on Saturday or I'll come on Friday. Be here for the entire course. Listen,
right.
if you go to the doctors and they give you a prescription and say, take this medication for 3 days or for 7 days, you follow it faithfully. This time, it's just 3 days. Follow the prescription faithfully over the next 3 days.
Imagine
And
Abraham
we
would
have-
say, imagine Abraham would say, I see you, 3 people are coming, but not today.
Can you imagine?
Missed your moment.
Miss your moment.
Absolutely.
Completely.
It's about taking over the moment.
That's it. That's it.
Grab
that's
it, grab
that's
it by the
Taking over
by
a
the
moment.
horns.
Taking over a
And
moment.
that's why our man of God, you know, he minister on time and chance. You know, because there can be a chance and a time set for you.
That's right.
It's a time and chance that you have to seize because there are opportunities that have been embedded
right.
in that
In
time
that
and
conglomeration.
chance. You know, conglomeration of opportunities.
Come
You know,
on.
so when we say we are showing you around this, you know, this venue. Where the
Absolutely.
conference will be broadcast live and beam around the 4 corners of the world. Where the prophet of God, the highest Prophet Uebert Angel, when he begins to decree and declare things,
That's
you
right.
need to be in that environment.
Listen,
You need to be in that cycle.
Whatever
You know?
it is that you need, whether be it health, good health, the Healing Institute, we are set up here over that corner there. We are set up ready
Yes.
for you. When you come, you do your registration, especially tomorrow. Make sure you are here bright and early. Do your registration. Be part of this program. You will
And I
receive
think we should be very clear on this.
Yes.
It's all free.
all free.
Completely
free. You will come
Is-
here and you will leave free of
For free.
any
For free.
burdens, free of any
God will set you free for free.
fee
Exactly.
for free.
Entry
No
is free.
entrance is
Registration
free.
for the Healing Institute
free.
is free. Whatever
Everything is
you
free.
get here
That's
is
very
free.
important.
Your healing
for free.
is
That's very
free. Your
important because
prosperity
I get
is free.
people,
Pastor, yeah.
people saying,
Everything.
how much do we pay? How much? No. Everything is
It's
free.
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 It's free.
Jesus
You know,
paid
That's
it
what,
all.
when we're saying
Yeah.
the table is laid out for you, all you have to do is attend.
That's right,
And collect
that's right.
your collections. Be
That's
a grace
right.
collector.
You know, you have to be here. Why? Because, you know, there are people who will just come and say, let the prophet lay hands on me. There are other people who will say, well, I'm so far, I don't know whether he will reach me. But when you enter this entire venue,
it's a
there's an
portal.
environment already of the prophetic. The
Come
environment
on.
of the prophet, because he carries his
Come on,
own
an
environment.
atmosphere.
He carries that atmosphere. So as you
Absolutely.
enter this place, you are already entered. And we
Absolutely.
know miracles, signs, and wonders will begin to pop
absolutely,
up, you know, from
absolutely,
every corner.
absolutely.
So it is important for your presence here because
Absolutely.
something will be imparted into your
Absolutely,
life that
absolutely.
will change your destiny forever.
Absolutely.
So it's not just ordinary gathering. It's a
not.
gathering with the
No,
prophetic
we've-
or
we've-
gathering with the prophet to this last dispensation.
Absolutely. We've seen everything. Listen, it doesn't matter what situation you think is
That's right.
impossible. It doesn't matter what the doctors have said. I remember even one time we were in Ivory Coast.
That's That's right.
And they were literally on their last breath. On a stretcher. It actually reminded me of the scripture of the friends who came with carrying their friend who
That's
was
right.
Opened up the roof, and
broke
lowered
down
him.
the ceiling,
and those
and make sure
they came from hours away.
That's right.
They came, and the prophet came. I remember everybody else did not want to be anywhere near because the situation was dire. But he went, laid on that person, on that brother, prayed for him, and the man got up.
That's right.
And you could tell this man should not be getting up because it was just skin on bone. But he got up and he began to walk. Listen, it doesn't matter what situation, what condition it is, bring it here. Come as you are. There is good news here waiting for you.
What seems impossible to man is possible with God. Amen. You know, we have seen, remember Uganda, when the prophet of God to this last dispensation, there were people that were really struggling just to touch him. But like stadium like this, you can understand that sometimes you might not touch the prophet. But imagine people with HIV/AIDS, they've been really healed simply by the shadow. The movement of the prophet. The shadow of the man of God. Just being under that lumbre, that shadow of the man of God. So there are so many miracles that we see that, and that's like the book of Acts, the apostles.
The truth is, like somebody would, as you say, somebody would try to say, I need prophet to touch me or something. But one thing they don't know, people carries the movement.
That's right.
Of God.
That's right.
That's right.
So God is aware.
That's it.
When the prophet passes by, or even we are calling the presence of God.
That's
the presence of God is covering the whole place.
The entire perimeter.
So we want to encourage everybody.
Yes.
And, if you permit me, I would love to encourage them in Swahili. Come on.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yes.
You can
I'll
speak
let you
Swahili.
go first.
Okay, you do the habari njema thing. You just do that one, man.
No, you go first.
No, you got that. Do the habari njema thing.
Habari njema kwako. Habari njema kwenyu. You see.
Man, it's over. You can do.
I started my lessons already, but anyway.
But it's right
now, karibisha watu wote ambao mnatutazama kutoka all over East Africa and those who understand Swahili, wale ambao mko nje ya nchi mnaelewa Kiswahili. Please stay tuned tomorrow kwa wale ambao mko nchi za nje, lakini kwa wale ambao mko Tanzania, mnaweza kusafiri kutoka mikoa ya jirani, closer regions, please pack up yourself. Kesho tunaanza saa 10 kamili hapa kwenye uwanja kutokea mikoa mbalimbali, kutokea mitaa mbalimbali hapa Dar es Salaam. Usikose, because Mungu yuko tayari kufanya kitu kwa ajili yako. Mungu atanyanyua maisha yako, Mungu atabariki maisha yako. We are doing this just for the move of our nation. Na Mungu akiliinua taifa. I'm trying to I want to say this so that everybody can understand.
Please do.
All over the world.
Please do.
If God is visiting the nation, He's actually not visiting trees.
No. In fact, the word if. The moment the prophet moves, remember Moses. When God was about to send him to Egypt to really deliver his people, he said, God, I will not move, if you are not moving with me. So it means that when the prophet of God moves, the presence of God is already here. That is undeniable. It's tangible.
When God moves, it's not him visiting the trees. No, when God is moving, is visiting the nation. He's not visiting chicken.
No.
He's not visiting Mountain Kilimanjaro.
No.
He even said, I cannot go to the beach in Zanzibar.
That's right.
No,
because
when
people
God moves in the nation, He's here for the people.
That's right.
He's here for the people.
Powerful.
It's not for the trees. So when we say Tanzania is a sleeping giant, we were not talking about the trees.
No, listen, if the Bible even says the whole creation awaits
for the manifestation.
For the sleeping giants to rise.
So it's actually like the world now. It's like God is demanding. You see, he was preaching the other place in Sunday.
Yes.
He says the destiny is calling.
Destiny
is calling.
That's right.
The destiny is calling. Means there is the destiny for the country. There is the destiny for Tanzania, and the generation in Tanzania now is calling them for the people to rise and take over places.
Wow.
And take over the world.
Wow.
And take over nations for Jesus
Wow,
and
wow.
making things happen. Now, but this one takes the word
Yes.
of the man of God.
That's right.
The prophet.
That's right.
Prophet Uebert Angel is here, the man that has been trusted by God for this dispensation.
That's right.
To raise nations, to raise men and women, and I'm one of the men that God has used him to raise, and I'm here telling you, my brothers and sisters, it is our time.
Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Absolutely.
wonderful. You know, on that note, I just really want to really thank again and again the prophet to nations, the prophet to Christianity, the prophet of God to this last dispensation, you know, for granting us this opportunity, for even accepting and making sure that by the command of God, he's here in Tanzania for Good News Tanzania. Tonight being the eve, which is the 30th of June, 2023.
Right.
If you are watching live, you know, it's not like you stumbled over this, you know, this is something that has been destined for your life to also be transformed. You have to be on location here in Dar es Salaam, where the prophet of God from tomorrow will begin to deliver the message which God had commanded him. He will begin and we will see that yokes are destroyed, burdens removed. Yes, the barriers have been broken simply because the commander-in-chief is here. So we want to say, make sure, whoever you know, share it around that the prophet of God to this last dispensation, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert Angel, he's in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and he's ready to deliver Good News Tanzania to the entire population of the country. So every place you are, make sure that you are flooding there. We are on location. It's all over the social media platforms. So whether you are watching us by YouTube, Instagram, or our Good News Network, Miracle TV, make sure that you are really heading to the location tomorrow. Our time is, I think, around 4 o'clock p.m.
Yeah. By the way, when you come around that time,
but it might be too late because the play will be, you know, really full, completely jam-packed, because the entire atmosphere is so electric. So make sure that you are heading towards the venue, and the prophet of God will be here to deliver that which God have had in store for Tanzania for generations. Tonight is just the eve, and we are showing you the place. So make sure that you are not left behind. Again, we want to thank him, and we thank our man of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert Angel, for granting us this opportunity. And we will close for now, but make sure you are preparing, because tomorrow is the day, day one. This is the 3 days, you know, conference, but tomorrow is day one. Sunday. Yes, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And tomorrow is day one. So make sure, Leaders Ground.
Even the name of this place, Leaders.
You know, if we continue to talk about the prophetic nature of the entire, you know, the conference, I don't think we will close up. But just to give you a foretaste of that which will be happening, make sure that you are here tomorrow. And I want to thank also my guest here, Pastor Tony Osborne. Thank you very much, and making sure that you are on set. And of course, the media director for Good News World, Director Devin.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's really a pleasure to be with you. And then really signing up for everybody. This is Pastor Moses saying bye-bye for now. We are not actually out of good news. We're just simply out of time. Until tomorrow, live from the city of Dar es Salaam, we will be seeing you. Have a pleasant evening, morning, or night. Definitely be on site, which is Leaders Ground in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes.